Welcome back to Croatia for the second part of Europe Now. This is Ban Jelačić, Zagreb's lively central square. It's time to meet our second guest in the show. Her name is Karla Ressler. She recently graduated from Zagreb's law faculty. She's also a political activist with the conservative HDZ party. Alix Le Bourdon went to meet her.
Years pass, but love remains. That's the expression this young mother chose for her foot tattoo. Karla is on maternity leave and she's enjoying the sun with her baby daughter. She'll go back to her job as a lawyer in September. Already, she has to think about childcare.
We have public and private kindergartens, but they're usually open until 5 o'clock. And for example, my working hours are until 6 or 7 o'clock, so we should take a nanny, and it is too expensive.
As Croatia's economy has dipped, so has the birth rate, to 1.5 children per woman. Traditional values matter most for this 25-year-old. She's an activist for the HDZ, Croatia's main conservative party. Today her task is to find photos for the next campaign leaflet. The HDZ is often accused of promoting populist rhetoric.
Well, I wouldn't say that the rhetoric is populist. I would just say that our party defends its values, which is conservatism and the importance of patriotism.
The opposition is doing better in the polls ahead of parliamentary elections. The young activists are writing campaign material about the party, which was founded 25 years ago by Croat nationalists. This photo won't be making it into the leaflet. Corruption scandals forced former HDZ Prime Minister Ivo Sanader to resign in 2009.
He was a part of the party, and you cannot erase history, but you can make sure that history does not repeat.
Karla has her eyes set on the future. As well as Croatian and English, she speaks French and Italian. With Croatia now part of the EU, she's decided to take German lessons.
When I got my job, my employer said, they were sorry that my German was not better because they saw all the languages, and then they said, okay, but we do need German. So they encouraged me also to continue with my German.
Ambitious, political, Karla's career is a priority.
Then ihr haben Test, Werte.
This camera appearance might not be her last.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, hi.
So as we saw in our reports, you're a young mother with an impressive CV, a future lawyer or diplomat, and you spent a lot of time as a student on Marshal Tito Square.
Yes, that's right. As you can see, this is my faculty of law, where I spent 5 years as a student, so really nice memories. Also, Croatian National Theatre here, we can see. I really love theatre, so I attend quite regularly. Also, we have the building of the Academy of Music, quite disputed because it's very modern, but still, I would say, very, very nice. It's a very nice square, but with not very appropriate name, I would say, Marshal Tito Square. As we know, he was an authoritarian leader in the former communist state. So it is really a point of contention today in our society.
I'd like to hear your view as a lawyer. We know that corruption has been a problem for many years in the region. It's a legacy of communism. The war in the 90s didn't help. In your view, where does your country stand nowadays?
Well, I would say that entering the European Union was a major step for Croatia in its modern history because of some bad experiences that the EU had with some Balkan countries. They actually raised the standards for accession, and they put the level really high, and this helped really, really much to the rule of law in Croatia, for the development of the rule of law. We did have some really bad corruption affairs in the past few years, but I think our judicial system was quite effective. We saw our former Prime Minister convicted for corruption. So
Ivo Sanader?
Ivo Sanader, definitely. So maybe I would say that not so corruption today as much as nepotism is a problem in Croatia. It is still very hard to find a job, maybe if you don't have very good connections.
Your country joined the European Union exactly 2 years ago now. At the last European elections, only a quarter of registered voters bothered to turn out and vote. This shows that After less than 2 years, people don't care about Europe here?
So one of the reasons is probably that the people are disappointed with the politics, with politicians. They think they're all corrupted, and due to historical reasons and also the recent corruption affairs, definitely. Another thing is economic crisis that actually just spread the sentiment of resignation within the society, so people don't care so much about politics.
And as a result, more and more young Croatians are leaving the country in search of a better life in Sweden, Germany, the United Kingdom, for instance. Now, the Health Ministry says that since Croatia joined the EU, 200 doctors and 100 nurses have left the country. Alix Le Bourdon has more.
Scan after scan, X-ray after X-ray. There aren't enough hours in the day. Overworked, last year Dr. Gurup left his hospital in Sisak and headed to England.
My family stayed behind in Croatia for 7 months. It's difficult to live apart. It's just not okay that it's become the norm to leave your country to find better working conditions elsewhere.
In England, the radiologist earned 4 times more. He's heading back there in September. His departure will add to staffing shortages, which have risen since Croatia joined the EU. The hospital's manager is constantly on the lookout for new recruits, but some positions are impossible to fill.
We need about 20 specialists. In past 2 years, from this hospital, 5 doctors goes work in Norway, in Sweden, in Germany, in United Kingdom, and this is very big loss for us.
Dr. Schmidt has not yet been tempted abroad, but she's increasingly overwhelmed. Croatia's population is aging and patients expect more specialist care. Cardiologists and anaesthetists are packing their bags faster than ever.
We are making a gap and the lack of medical structures in our country that will not be able to be filled in for at least 10 or 15 years in the future if we all pack our things and go away.
Since 2013, more than 700 Croatian doctors have applied to work elsewhere in the EU. The Health Ministry has put in place financial incentives in a bid to keep them in the country. But a national pay rise is off the cards.
Because our country has been faced with a budget deficit, we're looking for other ways to give rewards based on merit. This year, we gave 10 doctors cash rewards for their hard work and to thank them for what they brought to the hospital.
These measures aren't enough for Dr. Baric. She's just finished a hectic night shift, but it's not tiredness that's wearing her out. It's the government's failure to hold on to the country's best doctors.
There are specialists for who this government has paid their education. Okay, if you count the number of kunas of money that was invested in doctors from the start of medical university until the end of faculty, you have 4 million kunas.
That's €500,000 per doctor. Croatia is not alone. When Poland entered the EU in 2004, 15% of its doctors left the country.
The Roden was the first big project with which we open officially this rendezvous between Croatia and France. In 5 months, more than 150 projects.
So, Karla, you chose to show us the Rodin exhibition in the heart of Zagreb. It's remarkable to see all these works in Croatia.
Definitely, we are very happy and very proud to have Rodin in the center of Zagreb. Here, it is, as we have a small part of Paris here, we can see here the remarkable art, the Kiss, Rodin's, also the Thinker. there. It is a part of the greater Croatian-French partnership and the part of the French festival that is happening now currently in Zagreb. This is a remarkable building, and it's one of the greatest reminders of the great Habsburg Empire here in Zagreb.
Now, Karla, I want to talk about your life as a young mother. Your little daughter is 7 months old, I believe.
Yeah.
Is it easy to be a mother in Croatia?
Well, I wouldn't say it's easy to be a mother, like not only in Croatia but worldwide. And regarding Croatia, I could say that we have quite good social state, and that the state encourages, in a way, women to become mothers. Maybe not enough, but I would definitely commend their efforts. For example, I'm a working mother. I think it's very important to encourage working mothers, especially. For example, I have a right to 6 months of maternity leave with a full pay, and then afterwards another 6 months with some kind of minimum wage. It's around, let's say, 300 euros. Also, mother has a right, if one wants, she can stay with her baby for 3 years, but it would not be paid. But still, she has a right, and then when she comes back from the maternity leave, her job will wait for her.
Now, we saw in our previous report that Croatia is losing some of its brightest brains. Where do you see your life?
I really like traveling. I like foreign countries, going abroad, but I would really like to stay in Croatia and to raise my family here, because I really love this country, and I think young people, educated people, should help this country to move on, and that brain drain is really a bad thing for Croatia. I'm really disappointed to see all doctors, nurses leave Croatia, but I can understand them because of the very grave economic situation.
Well, Karla, now comes the moment of truth. You'll get to talk to one of your EU MPs. Davor Skrlec is from the Green Party. What do you want to ask him?
Well, I want to know, does he have any solutions for my generation that we don't become the lost generation?
He's over there.
We are here in this beautiful park of Zrinjevac in Zagreb. I chose this place actually because we have a Supreme Court here and also a municipal court. As you know, I'm a lawyer, young lawyer, and but also this is a very green park, which you might like. Am I right?
Yes, it's very nice to be here on weekend or Sunday in the morning, and a lot of children playing around. So,
yeah,
but today, unfortunately, I think that a lot of people spending time in shopping centers, not in this part of the city.
Well, yes, I'm a young person, and we cannot ignore the fact that one of two young people in Croatia is unemployed. So what is more important, to employ the nation or to preserve its environment?
Obviously something is wrong with our educational system in the European Union, because at the same time we have almost 2 million vacancies, job vacancies. So what happened? We have 5 or 7 million young unemployment and 2 or 3 million free empty spaces.
Do you have any solution to that? Like, what can we do? We just wait.
So one of solutions which I propose today is move from this linear economy we have today to the circular economy of near future and future, because the linear economy is something that push us to consume the natural resources, and in circular economy we can find these jobs for young people. So we need to change our style of life, to change our economy to the natural process.
This is like more long-term solution.
Yeah, this is a long-term solution. So we will eliminate the waste from our life.
So maybe next generations will.
No, it's not next generation. We need to jump in this train very fast, because we don't have so much resources on the planet now.
I wish you good luck with that.
Yes, but you, young generation, on which we count, that will change this mindset.
As you know, definitely, the outcome on the last European elections was extremely low, like the participation rate. So also young people were not obviously interested. So can you tell us, like, has there been any improvement on these concrete issues that you are interested for at the European level?
Did you heard for the strategy Europe 2020?
Yes.
You will be surprised that maybe 90% of our politicians don't even heard that Europe have strategy 2020. And in this strategy is how we can increase the percentage of GDP used for the education, research and science. The goal is to have 3% average in EU. Eurostat say that now we are at 2%, but in Croatia is 0.5. We are far from the average. When I spoke with some of my former students, they told me that their colleagues at the same age in EU working on the fantastic new developments, fantastic new products, and why we are stuck in business as usual here? Why we don't have this here? And they sometimes they leave just to have a better work conditions.
So, Mr. Skrlec, thank you very much for this conversation.
Thank you, Karla. Wish you a lot of happiness in the life.
Thank you very much.
So, Karla, how did it go? How did you feel about it?
Well, I did not get all the answers. He was not very specific about the issues concerning young people in Croatia, but still many of his thoughts and ideas are very inspiring in the long term.
So, no short-term fixes, but a vision for the longer term.
Mostly, yes.
It was a pleasure meeting you here in Croatia. Thank you so much for having shared your thoughts on the situation of young people in your country.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It was a pleasure.
And thank you for watching this edition of Europe Now. We'll be back in August, a bit closer to home. We'll be in France. From all of us here in Croatia, thank you for watching and goodbye.